Hi everyone, in this problem we have a logarithm and we're being asked to use properties of logs to rewrite it. So basically we have to expand all of this as much as possible. So you'll notice we have a fraction, so that leads us to possibly try to use this rule here called the quotient rule, which says if you have the log base b of x over y, this is equal to the log base b of x minus the log base b of y. The problem is we have this cube root. You see here in the formula, the exponent here is 1, so there's no roots or anything. So we need to get rid of this cube root. And the trick is cube roots can be written as follows. If you have the cube root of x, there's really a 1 here, and it's 1 over 3. It's x to the 1 over 3. So all of this can be written to the 1/3 power. So let's make that our very first step. So this will be log base p of, and then this whole thing here, so m to the 5th divided by kt squared, and this whole thing is to the 1/3 power. So that's a good first step. And we still can't use this quotient rule property because there's a 1 here and we have a 1/3. So what we do is we use something called the power rule, which says if you have an exponent here, you can just take it down and put it in the front. So let's do that as our next step. And I'm going to write it over here on the left so we have more room. No, I'll just write it here. 1/3 log base p of, and then we have all this stuff on the inside, m to the 5 over kt squared, and that's in parentheses. All right, now we can finally use our quotient rule. So the 1/3 is just going to hang out the whole time. So I'll write it over here. So 1/3 parentheses, and then it's log base p of m to the 5th minus, right, the fraction turns into subtraction, log base p of kt squared, parentheses. If you like, you can add extra parentheses here, just like for some added clarity. It's not necessary, but you can add it if you feel like it. Okay, let's keep going. There's a lot more to do, a little bit more actually. So this is 1/3. So here we can take the 5 and bring it down. You can do that again with the power rule. It basically says that when you have exponents like this, you can just put them in the front. So this is 5 log base p of m. And then here there's a times. And so remember that multiplication turns into addition, right? That's one of the rules. It's called the product rule. So this log is going to become 2 log. So I'm going to put a parentheses here. So this is log base p of k plus, and then log base p of t squared, just like that. Okay, this is the product rule. The multiplication turns into addition. I'll write it over here for you. If you have the log base b of, say, x times y, this becomes the log base b of x plus the log base b of y. It's called the product rule. So we're using that here. Just take the log of each piece and add. All right, I think we can finish in the next step maybe. So this is 1/3 parentheses 5 times the log base p of m. And there's an invisible -1 here, so we can go ahead and distribute that. So we'll have minus log base p of k. And then here we can use the power rule again. So bring down the 2 and distribute the -1. So it'll be minus 2 log base p of t. And what about this 1/3? Well, you can just leave it out there, or you can distribute it through. I don't think it matters too much, so I'll just leave it. I hope this video has been helpful.